Welcome to level 2 of wrist strengthening after stroke. This is best for survivors who are able to move their wrists quite a bit, almost through full range of motion. You're not going to need any equipment, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do about a 30-second warm-up, and we're just gently going to stretch the wrist back into extension, bending the wrist back, holding for a few seconds, and then bending the wrist forward for a nice, gentle stretch. Of course, remember that you don't want any pain or discomfort with this exercise routine, and always check with your doctor or therapist to make sure this is right for you. Let's do one last little stretch here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into the first exercise, which is wrist flexion in an against gravity position. So let's get into position and I'll tell you what this is all about. So what you're gonna do is try to get your forearm in a supinated position, or palm up, and you're gonna hang your wrist off the side of a table or a surface and try to bend it up. So let's go ahead and continue to try that. So against gravity means that we are fighting gravity. Gravity is giving us some resistance. It's pushing down on us and we're trying to fight it. So it's a great way to get some strengthening in without actually using any type of specific resistive weight like a dumbbell or a cuff weight or anything like that. Now we're gonna be doing 2 sets of 4 different exercises. Each exercise we're doing about 60 seconds. You're doing fantastic. Guess what? We're going ahead and getting into second exercise, which is against gravity wrist extension. So that means we're gonna turn our hand over, pronated position, so our palm is down, and we are going to lift that hand up and bring that wrist back. Just like that. If your fingers stay curled up, that's okay. If you're able to bring those fingers back with the wrist, fantastic. Keep it going. We've got about 25 seconds left. And the goal is, well, let me back up. I hear a lot of people ask me, how many reps and sets are the perfect amount to do? And there's no beautiful answer to that question. We know that it takes thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of repetitions to build neuroplastic changes in the brain, to make new connections. So the more the better, but you also want to listen to your body, and if you're feeling pain or discomfort, stop. All right, moving into the third exercise, which is against gravity, ulnar and radial deviation. And all that means is we're moving the wrist from side to side, to the thumb side, to the pinky side. Now for this, we're gonna try to get our hand up in the air. So we're gonna be moving our hand from side to side, almost like you're doing a little wave here. I'll turn this way just a little bit, so you can see me on this camera too. So we're just doing kind of a wave back and forth to the thumb side, to the pinky side. If you need to stabilize with your other hand, that's totally fine. That's gonna give a little extra support to your forearm and to your wrist. We've got about 20 seconds left, so let's keep going. Doing fantastic, and stop there. Moving into the last exercise, we're doing wrist circumduction. And circumduction, if I can say it, just means we're gonna go around in a circle. So we're gonna stay in that same position. Again, if you need to support with your other hand, you can. And you're gonna try to move your wrist in a circle. Our wrist has a lot of movement, forward, backward, side to side, and all around. So we wanna try to work every movement that we can. And this is level 2 because again, we're working against gravity. Gravity is providing some resistance rather than using a specific weight or a dumbbell. Because if you're just starting to get more of your movement back, it may be too much to move into a workout with that much added resistance. But gravity can provide a great level of resistance if we're just kind of starting out that strengthening journey. Okay, I want you to take a rest break. We're doing just a 30-second rest break before we go into the next set. So if you want, grab a sip of water, take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Check in with yourself, make sure that your body is feeling good. No pain, no discomfort in that wrist. If so, go ahead and stop. Talk to your doctor, talk to your therapist, make sure it's right for you. All right, guess what? We're starting again, back in against gravity, wrist flexion. Woo, that's a mouthful. So again, we're turning our hand so that our palm is up, a supinated position. We're hanging that arm off the table and we're bending the wrist up. You can try to keep those fingers out if you're able, or you can keep them curled, or they may not uncurl on their own, and that's fine. So you do what you can, start where you can. We've got about 30 more seconds, so let's keep it going. About 5 more seconds. Keep it going, don't stop. Wonderful job. Next one is against gravity, wrist extension. So we're just turning that hand over, palm is down in a pronated position, and the wrist is coming back, back, back. If you can get those fingers out, bring them back out. We'll work fingers with wrist. If not, and those fingers stay curled up, totally fine. You're doing it however you can in the way that's best for you, because everyone is starting at a different place. All right, so let's go ahead and keep it going. You're doing fantastic, about 15 more seconds. All right, last one. Rest there. Moving into the third exercise, which is going to be our against gravity ulnar and radial deviation, or moving the wrist from side to side. Again, if we need to support here at the forearm, you can support here, hand is in an upright position, and we're moving the wrist from side to side, towards the thumb side, towards the pinky side. Doing kind of a little bit of a wave here, back and forth. Saying hello. We've got about 25 more seconds, so let's go ahead and keep it going. About 5 more seconds. Don't stop on me yet. After this, we have one last exercise. All right, last one. Fantastic. Stay in that position for our last exercise. We're doing wrist circumduction, or bringing the wrist around in a circle. So same position. If you need to support here, fine. If not, you're just here in this position. We're bringing the wrist all the way around. All the way around. Fantastic. Now, if you need to have your fingers curled up in a fist to do this, that's totally fine. If you want to get your fingers out and moving, you can do that too. Have about 20 more seconds. Keep it going. All right, guess what? That's it. Go ahead and stop, take a breath, pat yourself on the back. You did fantastic. So that's it for today. Now, if this video was a little bit too challenging, make sure you check out my level 1 wrist strengthening video, which you can find here, and hit the bell for notifications if you're up for more of a challenge, as I'm gonna be making a level 3 with weights. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Post-Stroke is a nonprofit, and help us continue to keep our content free by either giving us a super thanks by clicking in the YouTube bar below, by giving us a one-time donation via PayPal, or by becoming a Patreon member, where you can get cool perks in exchange for a monthly donation, like YouTube shout outs, which you can see here. A huge thank you to all of our patrons for helping to keep our content for free. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.